won't fear what tomorrow brings. With each morning I'll rise and sing. My God's love will lead me through. You are the peace in my troubled sea. You are the peace in my troubled sea. I won't fear what tomorrow brings. With each morning I'll rise and sing. My God's love will lead me through. You are the peace in my troubled sea. You are the peace in my troubled sea. My lighthouse, shining in the darkness, I will follow you. My lighthouse, I will trust the promise. You will carry me safe to shore, safe to shore, safe to shore, safe to shore. I won't fear what tomorrow brings. With each morning I'll rise and sing. My God's love will lead me through. You are the peace in my troubled sea. You are the peace in my troubled sea. My lighthouse, shining in the darkness, I will follow you. My lighthouse, I will trust the promise. You will carry me safe to shore, safe to shore, safe to shore, safe to shore. Fire before us, you're the brightest. You will lead us through the storm. Fire before us, you're the brightest. You will lead us through the storm. Fire before us, you're the brightest. You will lead us through the storm. Fire before us, you're the brightest. You will lead us through the storm. My lighthouse, shining in the darkness, I will follow you. Oh, my lighthouse, I will trust the promise. You will carry me safe to shore, safe to shore, safe to shore, safe to shore.
It was great to worship with you. Welcome to Kids Church Online. My name is Josie and I'm so pleased that you've joined us today. Give me a wave, Kids Church, if you are watching from one of our locations. And if you are watching from home as well, give me a cheer. It's so great that you're with us. Now today, I'm going to talk to you about God. God is love. And out of his huge love for you and me, he has created the world and everything in it. In the book of Psalms, Psalm 24, verse 1, it says the earth is the Lord's and everything in it. Now, if God has made the earth and all in it, he's the owner of all creation, then it's up to you and me to take care of it whilst we live here on earth. Are you up for it? Now, I want us to see how well we take care of God's earth and everything in it before we go any further. I want you to look at the screen. Here is going to come up a few pictures and I want you to see if you can rate it out of 10. 10 out of 10 would be, I take really good care of this. 1 out of 10 would be, I need to learn to take a little bit more care about this. Okay? All right, the first picture is coming up now. This is a picture of the earth, the seas, the mountains, the oceans, and the land. How well do you personally take care of God's earth? Can you rate it out of 10? Coming up next is a picture of a person looking in a mirror. So that's us, you and me, and I want you to do just the same. Can you find a mirror, look into it, and I want you to see how well you think you take care of yourself. God has made your mind, your body, and your spirit, your emotions. How well do you take care of all those things? He's created you and loves you so much, and He would want you to take good care of yourself. Rate it out of 10. This picture is of maybe your home, the clothes that you wear, the toys you might have. How well do you think you take care of all those material things? God has provided a home for you and all of those fun things in your life. Now, I want you to see how well you take care of them. Can you rate it out of 10? This is a fun one. This is a picture full of animals. There are so many animals and creatures in God's creation and in the world today. How well do you take care of animals? Rate it out of 10. This next picture is a tricky one. This is money. Now, I have a question to ask. Can we live without money? Well, that's a hard one, right? We value money so much in life. How well do you take care of any money you might have? Also, how well do you think you spend your money? Are you using it wisely? Rate it out of 10. Here is the last, but definitely not least, picture for today. This is a picture of people. People in the world have been created by God and they are loved by God. So, you know what's coming. We need to love them too. They've been created by God in all shapes, sizes, and colors. So I want to know how well you love the people in your life. Are they friends? Other relationships you might have in your family, or people in the community, or even in your school? How well do you take care of the people around you? Rate it out of 10. That was great. Well done for taking part in that activity. I want to know, what score was the highest for you? And I wonder why it was the highest. What do you do to take care of those things so well? Maybe you could share what you do with a friend or your family. Also, what was your lowest score? Which one do you think you might need to focus on? This week, maybe you could take extra care of that thing. Now, it doesn't just stop there. God has given us all those things, all the pictures we've looked at, and even more than that. But we need to take really good care of those things. But it doesn't just stop with us. God has poured out His love and His life into us, and it's now our opportunity to pour His love into those around us. So, let me show you how. God is love, and we're going to start right there. So this jug represents God. All of His love is filled up into this jug. Next, we have me. This is a bottle and it's full of water, and the lid is closed. The lid is closed because I haven't yet opened up my mind or opened up my heart to God's love. So, what do I need to do? Yeah, you've got it. I need now to believe in God, follow in His ways, and receive His love. So I'm going to open up the cap. Now, when I do that and I make a decision to follow God, I receive His love. All of His love gets poured into me, just like this. Now I too am full of God's love, but it doesn't just stop there. I have the whole world and all of God's people ready to receive His love too. And so I have been blessed to be a blessing. I have been blessed full of God's love so that I can pass it on and I can pour it out onto the world and the people around me. It's now time for me to take care of the world and the people in it. Are you ready? Let's go. Now all of us have a little bit of God's love and we can live our life His way. Now we can take care of the world and people all together, and God's love will strengthen us to do that every day of our lives. Are you ready? Have you received God's love? Would you like to pour it out on the world and the people around you? If so, why don't you just open up your hands like this? I would love to pray with you today. Let's close our eyes and bow our heads. Dear God, thank you that you have made the world and everything in it. Thank you that your love can strengthen me today. Help me to take care of the earth and the people in it. Help me to share with them your love. Amen. It was great to pray with you today, Kids Church. Thank you so much for joining us, and I hope that you can try this activity at home. All you'll need are 2 jugs, a bottle of water, and some juice. And don't forget, you can decorate them all as well. You can do a picture of yourself, a picture of God's love, and a picture of the world and the people around you. So have loads of fun doing the activity at home. We'd love to see pictures or videos if you're doing it at home with your grown-ups. And we hope to see you next week for our next episode. Take care. We love you, C3 Kids. Bye.